Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor here. So it is another Tuesday. Let's do deals. Let's do deals where we pitch off market mobile home deals. Okay. If you have a deal to pitch, send us an email. I am paying attention to Instagram. I know I hear you don't pay attention to Instagram as much as Zoom. Okay. I got cameras all over. So I try to pay attention. But if you are on Instagram, as I mentioned earlier, join us on Zoom. Zoom, you can see better. Okay. Zoom. It's better. We will be presenting deals. You can see them better off. But if not, stay on Instagram. Plenty fun as well. So let's go ahead and jump. This is a every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard call. Okay. And if you do have a deal, just unmute yourself, drop a comment, or on Instagram here, just wave. Typically, I like to start with the fact of the day, Tuesday. Now is not the time to invest in real estate. The market is too busy. The market is congested. Too many people are doing it, et cetera, et cetera. All that sounds to me like a bunch of load of excuses, because that's what it is. When is the best time to invest in mobile homes and or real estate? Anytime. You just got to know what you're doing. Okay. But now for sure is the perfect time to invest in mobile homes, aka affordable housing, because we know that a correction, a market crash is near. I'm not going to get into that, but we know it's near. And when that happens, okay, when that happens, you have that's when, admit a few more. GMH was late. You know, mobile homes thrive. Mobile homes thrive at that point because everybody needs somewhere to live, and unfortunately, that's when a lot of foreclosures, a lot of those things start happening. So everybody has to go somewhere. You know, mobile home parks, and though there is a correction in the lot rent itself, that's a good thing, by the way. Okay, the mobile home arena itself, that's when it booms, bottom line. So now it is a perfect time. So set yourself up for a success a success that is definitely going to be coming. A lot of people like to sit around, waste time, and don't set themselves up correctly. And then when the market does crash, okay, there's a lot of complaining happening and not a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of anything. So, but I got a couple of deals. I'm going to present it to you, but I want to start with one in specific here. Okay. Now, if you're new to this call, thank you for joining. You know, if you do not have access to the spreadsheet that I am using, we will be changing this sheet very soon, by the way. It's going to be going more into a website, into a almost like a landing page format, or, you know, stay tuned for those, for that to come. But for now, if you do not have access to this, send us an email, j@garciamhu.com. Send it to the admin as well. You can request it there. And this same sheet that I'm looking at is the same sheet that everybody gets. So, you know, I'm not going to go page by page because, as you can see, there is quite a bit of deals available still, and there's going to continue to be more and more. I have eased off a little bit of putting deals on here because a lot of these deals are sitting. A lot of you are sitting there saying there's no good deals, but you got to scroll to get to these deals here. So they're all available. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking them. If y'all not going to take them, I'm going to take them. So I'm going to show y'all this one here in specific. Okay. Now this unit here, it is done. It needed cleanup. When I got there this morning, I was out in the field like I am every Tuesday, but shockingly, I was not out late today. So that was the first. I was actually back in office by noon. Okay. But I went out there and reviewed this one and needed pressure washing. I know the skirting was put intact and the inside was about to get vacuum clean. Basically, the last finishing touches is what this was. Okay. So, but I want to talk about this one in specific and why. Okay. And I'm hearing this a lot of times. And again, I'm paying attention to Instagram. So I am not ignoring you. Instagram, no Twitter tonight. So Twitter's fine. Elon Musk's got Twitter covered. He's good. All right. Let's see. I want to get paid. I want to multiply. I want to take about 5 deals. I hear all this random scattery comments coming left and right, and anybody and everybody has an opinion, and of course the freedom of speech, right? But when I hear all this, you know, especially when somebody has not done a single deal and talking about, I want to flip 5 mobile homes. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying you're trying to run before you crawl and before you walk. Okay. If you know what you're doing somewhere in there, or if you partner up with the right person, then you're going to be a-okay. But if not, and most people don't, I see a lot of people who jump in and take 2 or 3 units at one time. I'm not trying to slow you down. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, learn as much as possible. Learn as much as you can. Okay. And get started that way. Your first unit. Okay. And it doesn't matter how good a coach and mentor, including myself. There's only so much I can coach and teach you. When you take that first investment in, when you get out there, okay, that's going to teach you the real lessons, because, you know, nobody's Superman. We cannot see behind walls. We cannot see from under. Okay. We got good contracted crews, good handyman. But all in all is that, you know, that first deal is always going to be that learning experience. You learn the most. What works, you multiply. What didn't work, don't do it again. Pretty simple, right? A lot of people don't take it that way, and they just get in this hurry, 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 hurry kind of situation. Okay, you got a while to get in a hurry, and you will, because once you do one, you're going to go into doing two, and then three at one time, and then four, and that's how we equal to 100 units at one time, like we do now. Okay, so it's one of those things that you just want to learn, take it slowly, learn and pay attention so that you don't make the same mistakes over and over. But one of the mistakes I'm seeing a lot of investors getting into mobile homes investing is they're not building relationships. If you follow my social media, my reels, I made a video on, okay, because people ask me quite regularly, it's like, what do you think is the number one mistake investors make? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of mistakes that you can make, okay? You know, when I say education, by the way, I am not saying formal education. I am saying, see, I will pay attention to the chat box as well here in a minute. So, but you know, it is education that you need to get out, that you need to get so that you can invest. And it doesn't matter what you're investing in. You've got to get that education so that you can invest. When somebody asks me, what is something you would do differently? Get a coach and a mentor. I spun wheels a lot. I did okay. I did good. 10 mobile homes my first year. I rehab most of them because I didn't, you know, contractors didn't want to work. They still don't want to work. Okay. That hasn't changed. I think that made it worse. But, you know, if I could do it again, because here's the thing, it took me a whole year to get my first 10 rentals, which was great. But somehow the next year, by the third month, I had 10 units already. Go figure. I got quicker. See what happens? Because you learn and you get educated. And a coach and a mentor, that's what they're going to do, is they're going to eliminate your time wasting. You can make up your money. If you lose, even so, okay, time. You don't want to waste time, because time is the one asset that you're not going to get back. So that is huge on that. Okay. But the relationship building, I'm seeing this over and over. And I get park owners when they call me. You're not going to believe one of your previous partners called me, and this is what he was trying to do. I'm not going to share that information, but it was a no-go. Bottom line. Okay. They were thinking too much of the money, money, money. They weren't trying to build the relationship right. They were trying to get ahead of themselves, and therefore no business got conducted. Why am I talking about all the above? Because it is important. This isn't even a coaching call, but this is what I'm going to talk about when it builds relationships. This park owner, awesome. She's a new park owner. She's bought one park across the street, and this is her second one. Okay. She has a few empty pads. And of course, she's asked me, what is one way that I can maximize my park? What are things that I can do to obviously add value and make more money? Because that's what we're here for, to make more money. I said, well, you have 3 empty pads. You need to fill those up immediately. As soon as that park closes, you know, that's the first thing you should be doing is, you know, if the road is like crap, if there's a bunch of potholes, you need to fix that. You need to put some speed bumps. You need to put some maximum speed, 5 miles per hour, kids at play, et cetera, et cetera. It is an all age park. So obviously you want to look out for that. And even if it's not so much a deal, it's just little things like that that are dressing it up, that are start adding value. And at the cinch, lot rent can start going up also. Now, in my case, I'll look for both ends. I look for the investor side, obviously, win-win, and I look for the park. So I don't want to dictate one or the other too much, and then it doesn't work out. And that's not the point. We're trying to make everything work together, because that's what we got to do. So, of course, you know, well, I don't know how to look for a mobile home. Where do you get them? What about a movers? Is there permits? I've walked her through step by step by step. Okay, that's what you're going to do. The deal that I got her was a great deal. It was actually a home that I was going to keep in Dublin, Georgia. This park is in Macon, Georgia. It's in Dublin, Georgia, and it's one park that needs one more home. That's all we can fit. And I was going to bring it in there, keep it. The park owners there were actually going to pay for the transport. You see the relationship. Okay, that's good. But I felt like I could build this relationship as well. That park over there, we have a couple under rehab. We're working on those. So let's slow down on that one just a little bit and start building this relationship here. Because you got to build relationships, and relationships, by the way, are long-term, lifelong. If it's a one-time and done, you know, that's much like a customer. You know, the difference between a customer and a client is a customer is a one-time buy or one and done, and a client is a continue on relationship. So that's what we're building. You know, 7 years ago, I did business with certain park owners that I still do business with today. That's what you want to build. But long story long, long story short, okay, I got her a unit. It's not this one. I got her a unit, and I said, I'm going to walk you through the entire process. I already got a mover because I already had him lined up anyway. He's out of Dublin. He didn't care to come to Macon, but he did it. There's a relationship as well. See what I'm saying? Relationships, 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 okay? Everybody you meet with in this business is going to be a relationship. Put it that way. So he agreed, fine, I'll bring it out there. It's going to be a little bit more. Got her a heck of a deal anyway. Okay, I'll bring it out there. I'll go ahead and set it up, and you know, she'll have to get the permits, inspections. That's fine. Help me out with that. I helped her out with that. Get all the above, so we were able to bring it. In less than 2 weeks, she had a unit already in. She is thrilled and happy. Okay, which brings me to this here. This unit here is a 2003 General single wide 14 by 70. Beautiful unit. Okay, it needed some work, but nothing crazy. I wish I would have uploaded some previous pictures so that you can see, and we'll go over these pictures here in a minute. But I was able to get this unit for $1,000. Okay, $1,000. How are you able to get such good deals on off-market deals? Build relationships first. That's how. Okay, stop asking for things, stop asking for favors, stop asking how low, stop trying to over negotiate. Can I come in and get 4 or 5 months lot rent free? You're not done your time yet. You've got to build that relationship first and let them ask or let them suggest and then kind of encourage. Okay, make it a win-win, but never coming from a selfish standpoint. Okay, that's huge. And I'm mentioning this because, again, I hear this over and over. And it's, there's a reason. What you don't ever want to do is ruin a relationship. Takes forever to build a relationship, and only one bad transaction for you to ruin it all. Okay, so yes, 1,000 into this unit. Okay, I want to talk about the numbers because that's what makes sense. So yes, beautiful unit. It is actually the last lot in this little small mobile home park. Okay, some wall you can't see on this section. My contractors that I got in this area, phenomenal. They are outstanding. I wish I could say that about a lot more, and I'm sure they're out there, but not all of them. They did a great job on this one. I'll probably upload a few more ones that's cleaned up in this carpet. I'm not a fan of carpet, but the contractors, they have the shampoo machine, whatever. They continue to insist we can shampoo it. And shockingly, they managed to clean up stains that I didn't know they could come out. So fine, have at it, right? One less expense I got to come in and do. So a lot of painting. We painted most of this, painted the cabinets. Did I get some in the kitchen? I did not get a picture of the kitchen. I'll get a picture and upload it on here. Okay, but we painted it all. Typical commercial paint that we use, that vanilla, the gray, the light, just different colors like that. I'm not a fan of pink, purple, green. We don't use that. Okay, don't use that. So other than the fan, that's already that way. We're not going to paint over that. So okay, this whole section here in one of the bedrooms, the master bedroom, the flooring where it had gotten some damage, and you can see from the outside, it was actually the window. You can't see it on this side. It was a smaller U-Haul trailer where they bring the material. So you can't see it, but there was a leak on the inside, and of course it got between the wall, the inside, outside, and that's where you get real damage. So we took this whole section off and we pulled the carpet back, fixed the flooring, put everything back together, put the carpet back up, the trim looks good as new, no issues, hard, right? That's what we want. So all in all, paint job, touch up, a lot of little tedious, small little things. No electrical issues on this one, which was huge. And I mean, it's an 03 model, so you can kind of expect that. Vinyl, it looked nasty, and I do want to put a picture of that, okay? We did not have to paint it, but pressure washing does wonders. Pressure washing does, some amazing work, and that's what we did. Had a lot of green mildew, a lot of just nasty. A lot of the skirting was missing, so we had to add a few pieces to it, and of course, just put it back intact. So, all in all, it's checked out. So great unit. The rental rate in this area, 700 is what we got it listed. It's more than that because it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Rental rate is $350. It includes water, asking $22K with a down payment of $4,500. I'll put those numbers there because this unit is as good as sold at this time. Okay, but I want to break those down. So including the mobile home, okay, which we got a heck of a deal at only $1K because of the relationship. Okay, I'm gonna blame it on that. We let's see, all in we're at $3,698.71. $3,698.71. Okay, that includes the material, the rehab, the labor. Okay, that includes the electricity, obviously the utilities, we have to cut them on. That includes the holding, that includes the home, all exclusive. You see how beautiful it is to have relationships. Now, what if I had to pay $10,000 for this mobile home coming in? There'd probably still be a deal somewhere, but not at where we're at. Okay, so we beat that number of $5K yet again. That's where we're at. The mobile home is listed low at $22,000, but in this market is more around $25,000. Okay, if we do a quick flip at $22K, we would get an ROI of 494.87%. Can I get that in real estate? It does not happen, right? That is a tremendous flip. Now, if we finance, create a note, which I'm leaning more towards, okay, I might turn around and make it an Airbnb. I don't know yet. We'll see. But if I do a rent to own, take a down payment, I want at least 4K. 4K because it's going to get me all my money that I got into it, plus a little change. And on the first month, we start creating passive income, and that's what you want. If we do so, we'll list it for 26K plus interest. So you can add up the ROI at that point. We'd probably do the financing, create the note for maybe 3-4 years tops. I don't want to go over that. So, and again, the market allows for it because being at 700, this is more like 800 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And if you do a rent to own, if you finance, you can tack on more. So I'd probably be around $58.75 monthly. Mine is a lot rent. You can see what the difference is. Huge, beautiful numbers. That's what we like, and that's what we want. Okay. Again, no deal is the same, no investment is the same, but again, it starts all with that first relationship. Okay. Build that, you're going to build wonders. Okay. Let me see. Lot 34. I want to show y'all another unit. And I'll tell you, when I tell you I'm going to keep this one, if y'all don't get these quick, I got to keep my contractors busy. So here's another one. Metal on metal. Okay. Another community park. Lot rent also $350. It is also in Macon. It is lot 34. There is 3 parks back to back on that. If anybody's interested, send us a message, say more info on lot 34. Let me know. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Rent the rate $700, $725 maybe. Asking $5,500 on this one. Okay. Again, metal on metal are my favorites. They're easy to rehab on inside, outside. I mean, they make very good units. Okay. Move this out of the way. Most of what's needed on here is a cleanup. You got probably every bit of a dumpster. And when I say dumpster, I'm talking about a 34 foot dumpster. For those of you wondering what that costs in this area, in this market, you're looking at around $300 for the dumpster. Plus, if you exceed excessive amount of weight, it will add on too. Typically, you don't, okay, unless you start putting things in there like fridges and stoves and stuff like that. But all in all, okay, cleanup. There is some repairs that are needed, but there are no leaks on the ceiling. The plumbing checks out, the electric checks out. You've eliminated all 3 biggest expenses. So there you go. And that's what you want. Okay. Clean this up and it'll look that much more, you know, and I've seen some investors do this. I would suggest it to a certain extent. I mean, if you're going to get in there and start cleaning up, you might as well just go the full extra mile and make that more profits, right? But I see a lot of investors, well, they'll come in, they'll buy this at a discount per se, okay? And they'll bring a dumpster and clean all this up. Clean it up, vacuum it up, and whatever is damaged, they'll kind of leave it alone and mark it up double the price. Yes, you know, when you take all this junk out of this mobile home, it is going to look a lot different, okay? It's going to look a lot better. You know, I've seen people, more and more people shy away from taking on an investment due to this amount of excessive trash than they would if they actually have to gut the mobile home. It is a shocker. Some people will prefer to do all kinds of flooring work, wall work, ceiling work, roof work, but there's something about when they come in, they smell this and they see this, oh, I got to go. Reminder, see things through your mind and not your heart. It is not for you. You're not to love it, okay? Think about the ROIs, return on your investments. Let them make sense, okay? If anybody's interested in this one unit, let me know. I got a couple of the units we've got to upload. We got lot number 5, also in Macon, Georgia, where lot number 1 is at. That is a great part, so that's another one that is coming. Let me see the chat box. Yep. Welcome. Good evening. Sonia, good evening. Yes. Sonia is an example of somebody who takes initiative. She has not only took a mobile home investment, but she's also signed up for the coaching. So she will have me as her guide step by step. Let me see. And you know what? I'm going to add that to this. If anybody else, and I'm only suggesting this because we got 2 coachings that are done at this point. I don't do one-on-ones anymore. That's not something I've done for a while, and it's not because I don't care to, but it takes a lot of my time and everything we're doing. We're getting more into group coachings at this time. But if anybody wants coaching on this lot 34 as well, okay, I will offer that. If we take on this as a team, okay, you hire me as a coach, we'll get you contractors, handymans, we'll get them in there, we'll get them in and out. The point is to get these mobile homes in and out. And by that, I mean quick. Some of you are rehabbing mobile homes and talking about, yeah, we're going on month 3 and we're coming along. I'm hoping you're moving this from side to side, maybe from different parts is what you're talking about. A mobile home should not take no more than about 3 to 4 weeks tops. The second that contractor starts, it is countdown, okay? And at that point, you also start counting and you start looking for buyers, okay? You never slow down. So when the mobile home is done, there should be people waiting on it, not the other way around. So if anybody's interested in that, we will be able to help you out on that, get you coached. Exit strategies for this one, you can do a rental, you can do a short-term rent, Airbnb. Yes, that is allowed in this community park as well. You can do a rent to own, you can flip, you can create a note, you can see opportunities. That's what I'm saying, and that's what it offers on this unit here. I am not going to go through any more of these units here. If y'all are interested, you're welcome to go through it yourselves. We will be uploading a few more inventory on there, and anyone interested, let me know. Couple announcements. Let me know if anybody has a deal. Instagram, yes, I'm still paying attention to y'all. I don't see anybody here. Coming up, Shadow event. It is live, and that's what I got behind me. That is what it's going to be. The very first 2-day event you do not want to miss out. Okay. Live and out in the field. Day number 1, we're going to be classroom setting where we have multiple speakers already signed up. LLCs, corporations. You got an individual who's going to be there talking about that. Ray Gomez is going to be talking about branding, marketing, why it is so important. Okay. That's huge. Bill on the other side, he's going to be talking about other forms of real estate. You know, I'm not against real estate. I say that quite regularly because a lot of people, especially when I compare them, that you hate real estate. I don't hate anything. I love it all that makes me money, but I like that one that makes me the most ROIs, that much more. That's all. And that's mobile homes. But he will be talking about other forms of real estate, commercial, duplex, okay, triplex, multi apartments, all kinds of other investments that you can get into. And again, you know, never limit yourself. Mobile homes offer multiple exit strategies within itself, but it does not mean you cannot own an apartment complex, a condo, stick builds, you know, never limit yourself. Then we got Trevor. He is my very first mentor, coach. I told him a long time ago, I'm going to have you at an event. I don't know what event. I told him I'm going to have you speaking somewhere one day. And here it is. The time has come, right? And he's joined just plain fine. He is very happy with my success. He tells me quite regularly, which I am thrilled, of course. Okay. But he's going to be there talking about a lot of other things as well with real estate as well, including, okay, creative financing. You got to get creative financing. Somewhere in there, you will run out of money. And that's a good thing in a way. It means you're actually investing. But if you have so much money out in the field, at one point, you've got to get paid. And that's what he's going to be teaching, how to get creative, even from PayPal. There's so many forms of being able to use even credit cards to be able to do this. So June 25th and June 26th, sign up at jgarciamhlive.com. You can go to garciamhu.com, also sign up through there. It is a 2-day event. And then don't forget, tomorrow night, every Wednesday night, we go over a different topic. Tomorrow night, we got a very important topic. That's paying contractors. How do you hold accountable? How do you pay contractors? 2 investors just called me. I'll pay this contractor, and he has not called me back. I cannot get a hold of him. I'm hoping something comes out of it, but I pretty much know what's happening. You never pay up front, okay? Once you pay somebody up front, especially a contractor, I'm not talking bad about them, they're typically gone. You're not going to find them, and there's no way to really hold them accountable there. That's not how you pay a contractor. That's not how you pay anybody, okay? So we'll be talking about all that, covering all the above tomorrow night at 7 p.m. If anybody's interested in that, if you've never joined those calls, you can join the first call for free. Go to garciamhu.com or send me an email, j@garciamhu.com. Anybody have any deals? No deals. I am still waiting for somebody to bring me a killer deal because I want to take one. And if you think you got a deal, bring a deal. Somebody said, well, my deals aren't as good as yours. Well, maybe not to me, but maybe somebody else is interested, you know? So bring them on. All right. I don't think anybody does. So thank you all for joining. I will see you all tomorrow night at 7. Have a good night.